Alright, so you watched the orientation video. Now it's time to test your retention of all of those 3D concepts that I laid out in that video. It is assignment time, alright? So you saw as I kind of introduced you to primitive objects here and built out my ramen restaurant. And then I went to show you how I took that concept further, reutilized and repurposed a lot of the same elements and cubes and little tiles to be able to build out a whole second floor, again completely out of primitives. Now it's your time to create your own object and your own scene that is not by just following a recipe that I am providing, alright? So the theme of the assignment is your favorite place, and it cannot be a ramen restaurant because that's my favorite place. You get your own dang favorite place, alright? So it could be whatever you want. If it's like Paris, okay? Think about how you can utilize primitive objects to build the Eiffel Tower. Is it a cube and a pyramid or something like that? You can use an oil tank for a macaron. But think of all the things that kind of represent your favorite place and really get creative, have fun with it, get silly even. If it is Paris, maybe make a mime and maybe he's hanging out on the top of the Eiffel Tower like King Kong. I don't know. But even character is a very interesting creative challenge. How do you build a character using primitives? Is it a Lego character, like a Lego style character that has an oil tank for a head? Or is it like a Minecraft character that is made completely of cubes? Okay, so what I want you to do is definitely have fun, challenge yourself, build out a nice scene, and definitely practice all of those shortcut keys, the 1, 2, 3, the ERT, the F1 through F5. Get really quick and nimble with it. Make those shortcut keys and moving around in 3D space become second nature. It's going to be so important for you to get comfortable before we keep proceeding and moving on. So I want to kind of introduce some constraints to how you create this scene. And they are actually constraints that will be imposed color-wise. Alright, so I want you to choose a color palette of 5 colors. And this Coolors website here, coolors.co, is going to be super helpful if you're not that great at kind of creating your own color harmonies. This kind of does it for you. So you can go to the Explore tab, and they actually have a whole bunch of just pre-made, beautiful color harmony palettes. And what I want you to do is basically choose one of these palettes, use 4 of the colors to actually apply materials to your objects. And again, we're just going to be using that color and luminance channel trick that I showed you in the orientation video. And for that 5th color, I want you to just use that as a background. So I showed you how to make a background object and then just apply a flat color with 100% luminance on it as the background. Alright? So imposing your own constraints, especially color, is super important to be able to tackle other creative challenges and problems. Because sometimes, and I know I've fallen down this hole a lot, is I'll build out half of my scene and then I'll start figuring out what colors I want to do and start messing around with that. A lot of time goes by and I've really gotten nowhere. So imposing these constraints is really important to have your creativity honed and focused. And it's a good habit to develop because if you're working on a client project and you've built out half your scene and you got down this tunnel of figuring out your colors and the client expects something due tomorrow and half your scene is still unfinished, that's a bad situation to be in. So choosing your colors, figuring that out at the very end. What I recommend is build out your entire scene first and then worry about your colors after that main grunt work or that main leg work is done. Okay, so it's easier to just add some colors to it quickly than it is to build out half the scene. Alright, so that's your assignment, your favorite place. Get creative, flex those creative 3D muscles and have fun with it. And definitely push yourself to get comfortable in the land of 3D. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Happy 3D'ing.